Welcome to CCN TV News, your premier source for local and international news. From the streets of Kingston to the capitals of the world, we are ready to cover you stories that shape our world. Stay tuned for breaking news. For over a century, the Panama Canal has been one of the most strategic waterways in the world, a vital link connecting the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. But now, as China expands its global influence, whispers of their growing control over this critical trade route are causing alarm. The stakes couldn't be higher. Control of the Panama Canal means power over billions of dollars in global trade. China has already invested heavily in ports and infrastructure across Latin America, raising questions about its true intentions. U.S. President Donald Trump, known for his hardline stance on trade and national security, has made it clear, "Not on my watch." The Panama, completed in 1914, was originally controlled by the United States until it was handed over to Panama in 1999. Since then, the canal has remained a neutral international waterway, but recent geopolitical tensions suggest that neutrality could be under threat. China has invested heavily in Panama in recent years, pouring billions of dollars into infrastructure projects, ports and logistic hubs. Through its Belt and Road Initiative (BRI), China aims to create a global network of trade routes, and gaining leverage over the Panama Canal would be a game changer. For the U.S., which has historically maintained dominance in the Western Hemisphere, this shift is seen as a direct challenge to its influence. China is now Panama's second largest trading partner, trailing only the United States. In 2017, Panama officially cut ties with Taiwan in favor of China, a clear signal of Beijing's growing clout. Since then, Chinese companies have invested in major infrastructure, including ports at both ends of the canal. Critics argue that this is part of China's larger strategy to gain a foothold in strategic global locations, similar to its investments in Africa, the Caribbean, and other key maritime choke points. Donald Trump has made it clear that U.S. dominance in global trade and security was non-negotiable. His administration consistently criticizes China's expansionist policies and imposed trade tariffs aimed at curbing Beijing's economic rise. Trump is saying, "We built the Panama Canal. We handed it over, but we're not going to let China take control. Not on my watch." This statement reflects a broader concern that China's growing dominance could threaten U.S. security and economic interests, particularly if Beijing gains influence over a waterway as vital as the Panama Canal. While China has not officially taken over the Panama Canal, its financial muscle in the region is undeniable. Critics worry that China's investments could lead to political leverage over Panama's government, which could eventually translate to control over canal operations. In 2019, U.S. officials expressed concerns over Chinese-run ports near the canal, warning that they could be used for military or strategic purposes. While Panama maintains that the canal remains neutral, geopolitical experts argue that where money flows, influence follows. The United States has long considered Latin America its backyard. The Monroe Doctrine, dating back to 1823, established by the U.S. policy of opposing European interference in the Western Hemisphere. Today, some argue that China's economic presence violates the spirit of that doctrine. Trump, known for his America First policy, has consistently called for a stronger U.S. presence in regions where China is gaining influence. His stance on the Panama Canal reflects his broader policy of countering China's global expansion. As geopolitical tensions between the US and China continue to escalate, the Panama Canal may become the next flashpoint in this global power struggle. With Trump and other US politicians voicing concerns, it remains to be seen whether Panama will resist China's economic advances or if US pressure will steer the canal's future. One thing is clear. Control of the Panama Canal is about far more than trade. It's about global dominance. And as Trump put it, not on my watch.